So here's the deal. I just put together something, and in order to help you see it, I am going to share my screen. Yes, I have some wonderful presentation stuff to be able to help you to see this. So let me hit present. Let me then bring up my notes, bring them up somewhere over here, and we are going to begin right now. So how accounting firms will thrive in the 2020 recession. We are officially in a recession for those who are unfamiliar with it. 2020 recession and beyond, presented by Dream Firms. Now, I had a client earlier today message me and reference the economy. And I thought about that for a little bit. And at first it kind of irked me because I don't like to focus on things that are outside of our control. I really don't. But I also want us to understand that there are, of course, large market forces at play. And the question is, how are they going to inform our strategy? Which I think is a much bigger question, or a much more important question than, is the economy affecting my business? Yes, but how can I look at the way it's affecting globally, the market at large, and build my strategy around those principles? So we're going to do that. How's that sound? Does that sound cool? Do you think that will help you to thrive? I think it will, and I'm sharing it for you 100% for free. Give me a hashtag FTF in the comments as we are starting right now into our presentation. Okay, so what I have here is I want to get perspective on where we are right now and why this is a huge opportunity. So if you think back just short 7-8 months ago, January 2020, things were relatively normal, right? I mean, business humming along, it's new year, woo, new decade. All of a sudden COVID hits, and 4 or 5 months into it, we're in April, right? Now we're already in July, some rolling lockdowns, some things changing. It's a fluid situation right now, but the world goes crazy. And I think we're going to increasingly get back to normal. But again, if you take a look at previous recessions, it normally takes about 3 years for things to normalize, okay? But the major point on this particular graph is between year 3 and year 9 is the greatest financial growth opportunity. Again, that's from year 3 to year 9. That's at the end of this graph as the hockey stick curve goes up like this, where it hooks up. That's where the opportunity is. Major companies, okay, start up in recessions. Amazon started during a recession. Uber started during a recession. And all these mega brands, these behemoths, did so. They got massive market share in a very short period of time. Why? And I know when people bring up Uber and Amazon, and look, I'm nowhere near them. You're nowhere near them. They're on a totally different scale of existence in terms of what businesses are capable of. But I do believe, just like we can look at the economy and identify what's going on in a macro world, we can take those major principles and reapply them to our micro situations to get macro results, like get huge results when we see what's going on and be able to take it and reapply it to our own businesses and our lives. Okay, so the point here is why? Why did these companies that were really nothing become household names in such a short period of time? How do they accumulate such massive market share and really build their respective dream companies? And here's the reason. Because they saw the opportunity coming out of a recession. Right? Like they saw that. They knew that that's what happens if you ride the wave long enough and you invest in growth during a recession. I'm going to explain how that happens right now. So right now we're coming into August, okay? People are getting back to work again in starts and spurts here. What's happening though is that all of these business owners are realizing just how weak they've been on the back end, in finance, in their accounting, in their taxes, in all of the money and data that's been slipping through their fingers that's preventing them from being able to run profitable companies. The companies that are making this realization are tremendous opportunities for you, okay? And it also applies for your industry as well as at the market at large, right? What is happening to the accounting space converts to what's happening to the actual business community at large. And I believe both these are tremendous opportunities for those of you who approach it the right way. So They're aware of how bad their systems have been. They're all saying, holy crap, we don't have any way to know what costs to cut. Or holy crap, we can't possibly pay our taxes and keep our lights on right now. Or holy crap, we've no idea where to double down because we have no data. We have no financial data at all. We're just riding by the seat of our pants right now. Therefore, we're screwed. Okay? So there's a huge hammer, like boom, huge hammer right now that happened that is showing all of the inefficiencies in business right now. There's a huge cost to this. And these inefficiencies that business owners are waking up to, they're waking up to them right now. They're all waking up and they're going, what are we going to do? Right? Like, what is who's going to help us with this? What is the plan moving forward to help us get through this right now? So here's what happens. Okay. Here's the major takeaway from this. 30% of the market doesn't make a move. Okay. They panics and they're out. They're out of the market. Okay. So this applies to your industry as well as every other industry. So you see this bottom part of the curve here where the market's going down. 30% of those people, they panic and they're out. So here's why this is beneficial. Okay. In your market, you have an aging population of CPA and firm owners, okay? They're selling, and this whole thing, this extended tax season, people who are on the bubble about thinking about retiring, transitioning out, just closing up their doors, they're doing it. They're saying, I'm done with, to hell with this. I'm done with this. You young folk, you can come in, you can take over all this stuff. But what does that mean? That means 30% of the market in the next 3 years will not be here. Their customers have to go somewhere. They have to go somewhere. There's going to be a swell of opportunity because 30% of the market is gone. Now, the flip side of that, you might say, is, but Tyler, 30% of the market at large is also going to go away. Yes, that's true. But the ones that are going to actually be the type of clients that invest and grow, they're going to get much, much larger, much, much faster than they otherwise would have. Everybody wants these big fees, these big clients. If you start working with clients that you can consciously see are not shying away and are doubling down into their growth and are paying attention to how they're going to not just ride through this, but sail up and out of it, those clients will be paying you thousands and thousands of dollars in a very short time period, because as they scale, guess what also goes up? The number of services they need from your firm. Those are tremendous, tremendous opportunities. Tremendous. Okay. So again, about 40% will ride the wave and just try and survive. Some of them will, some of them go out, some of them will grow just a little bit. Okay. So like the bulk, almost the majority will just be okay through this. 30% are going out. But there's this group of businesses, and it's happening all over the world, where they've been very, very careful and they've got the systems in place or are currently investing. They've had the realization the hammers hit them and they're getting ready to create those systems, and they're innovating on how they acquire customers and innovating on products. And of course, guess what they're most concerned about? How to be profitable on doing all of these things. Guess what you help them with? That in particularly. So you see the gap here. Do you see the gap? This gray arrow here. This gray arrow is the opportunity. It is the opportunity that's in front of you right now. And it is a huge, huge opportunity. And it's right now. It's not later. It's not, you're literally staring at it right now. The opportunity is today. Okay. Businesses that stay in the market have the opportunity to capitalize on the customer base that has been lost by 1/3 of the businesses in the Western world. Huge, huge, huge opportunity. Like, I'm trying to stress this as much as I can. This slide is long, but it's like, you have to like really stare at this chart for a while and be like, wow, now that I understand how this is being applied, like, I really need to understand how to take advantage of this, because this is 100% true. And I want to explain even furthermore why it's true in just a moment. Okay. So as this curve goes up, the businesses that have been smart, the ones that invest in a proactive accountant. I wonder if I know any of those proactive accountants, the ones that are managing their opportunities and are gaining customers more effectively because they have better cash flow and they're not wasting money unnecessarily on taxes. Those ones, guess what they're doing? That's what they're doing, okay? So they are going to grow hockey stick growth out of a recession, okay? Again, 1/3 of the customer base is going away, but their customers are not going away. 1/3 of businesses are going away, but their customers are not going away. 1/3 of your competitors will fold. The market needs to know that you are open for business. And look, let me just do this. I hope you guys can still see me on the screen here, but I'm holding up my cell phone if you can't see me. Okay, like I always ask people, well, did you use this today, this week? Of course. Did you Google anything? Yeah, of course. Did you buy anything? Did you pay any bills? Did you research a product before you bought it? Maybe even on your computer? Did you use this? This is the most powerful technology of our time. Okay, like the idea that this should not be playing some pivotal role in how you are acquiring customers is absolutely ludicrous and ridiculous, and will be so common in the next decade. But right now, it's a tremendous opportunity, okay? If you don't have a marketing system that integrates with this, you're screwed. I'm just going to say it. You're totally screwed if you don't have a marketing system that fully integrates with how this little magical device is helping people to make decisions each and every single day, whether that's search, whether that's text, whether that's calls, whether that's being able to get emails directly onto their phone. There's so many ways that this thing is plugged into multiple touch points to be able to stay in front of prospective buyers. You have to be able to use this, okay? So if you aren't advertising, if you aren't on Google Maps, if they can't find you, they're just going to go to the next person that they can find, and they're going to buy from them. It's like, honestly, it's that simple. They'll just go down the list and say, okay, that's the person I'm going to work with. Look, honestly, take a minute, grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, write this down. Just write this down. Just this, okay? Make yourself visible. Make yourself accessible. If you are visible and you are accessible, you're 10 steps closer to where you need to be. Okay, like literally, like you're so much closer to being able to ride this wave and help your clients, and also ride that wave with your clients. Make yourself accessible and make yourself visible, okay? So we're going to start coming out of this thing in 18 to 24 months. And if you hang in there, and I know you're going to do it, you're a fighter, you're proactive. If you hang in there and you're really smart, you will make a huge growth curve. If you don't level up on your communications, how you're communicating, if you don't level up the value, also known as the results that you deliver your clients, you'll be out of business. You might ride it out, you might be okay, but if you don't actively think about how to do those things better and smarter, like all your competition is trying to do, or at least the ones that are going to ride this growth curve, I'm sorry, they're going to just take market share left and right, okay? The people smarter than us, they'll capture that opportunity. They will. And take our customers from us and grow. But we can be smarter than them. We can, okay? So the opportunity curve is getting bigger as each month goes by. And all of those people who are unemployed, heart goes out to them. Honestly, I do. It's a terrible situation to be in. But when people are in that mode, when they're saying, I need to provide, they're going to start a lot of businesses. A lot of businesses are also going to start out of necessity. And those people who have that fire experience, maybe just were waiting for the right reason, they now are forced into that position, and they're going to need your help as well, okay? So this is just to show you what is coming up, okay? This, in my opinion, levels the playing field for all businesses right now that want to work smarter, think smarter, and implement systems rigorously. So history shows you, if you cut down, now I'm actually going to switch slides now. History shows you if you cut less in down times, you'll gain more in better times. So I know right now, contraction, right? Turtling up. I mentioned that in the Facebook post. You're going to turtle up. The less you cut, the more you'll gain in better times. I know that sounds hard right now, but it's the painful truth. And here is something that actually 100% backs this up. So what we have here, and this particular data came from the S&P Cap from the last recession. But you'll notice from 2007 all the way to 2017, in the recession period, companies that increased their spend in client acquisition and client management grew by more than 18%. That's during the recession, achieving growth, okay? They grew. They didn't go backwards. Whereas those that cut, they went to zero or went backwards. They died essentially, okay? Now look at the winners, right? Look at the winners coming out of the recession. 11-year period, 40% growth rate. Companies that cut budgets die. Companies that look at investing and spending budgets efficiently. And how do you spend a budget efficiently? How do you do that? You need financial expertise and you need financial data. You need to even know what the hell a budget is in the first place. That's part of your value proposition, right? When they spend efficiently and effectively and stay in the market, they are going to grow. They are going to grow, okay? These stats, and I can go by the last recession blips, and the stats just about show exactly the same thing. Pull back and die. Pull back and die. Invest and grow. Invest and grow, pull back and die, okay? Sometimes you can pull back, be totally fine during just like normal times. You pull back now, you're running a huge risk that I don't think you need to run, okay? Now, I want to actually swing this down to like, okay, well, Tyler, what does this really mean? Great. So we see that there's a big opportunity, but how does it actually impact my marketing strategy and my client acquisition strategy moving forward? Like, what do I actually need to do? And so this to me is an important distinction where we want to be able to recognize, yes, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? Physiological needs like air, water, reproduction, sleep. I don't think many accountants are helping too much on that. Safety needs, okay? Love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. And so what we want to make sure is understood is that we want our message, literally the words we say to the market in whether it's advertising, whether it's on the sales opportunities, whether it's in our social media posts, whether it's in our email marketing, it doesn't matter how you're communicating. Whatever the message is that you're delivering, we have to change it to reflect where the market is right now. Like what it is. And right now from a business point of view, it's safety, right? Safety needs. That's what they're looking for right now. And I'd argue that loving and belonging, like that sense of connection, intimacy, I always say my clients are my friends. Like I will not work with you if I do not consider you to be a friend. I have no problem saying no to people who I just think are rude and are not like, I don't want your money. If you're like, why would I want that? So being able to have that connection and being able, again, to elevate the message. Your marketing, people go, oh, Tyler, I'm not a marketer. I don't like marketing. I go, but you're doing such a great job communicating to me on this call right now. You have a fantastic way of tapping into your center of being, like your emotion and expressing it. Marketing is nothing more than just simple communication. And what you're communicating slightly is going to change to reflect where the market is right now. And you need to increase your communication to have that love and belonging feel more tangible to your existing clients and prospective clients who are getting no love from their client, from their current accountant, because they're not even doing anything different right now. They're not doing jack squat differently, but you're proactive, so you're going to do something different. Okay. So I know I'm getting heated, fired up right now, but the point is there's so much opportunity in the market right now. Like you have to believe it and get excited about it because it's true. And safety needs, when we think about this, like what are we actually selling them on, right? If your message is about really just like strictly about growth, it's missing the mark. Emotion matters. Okay. And what we want to do though, what we want to make sure we do is sell on facts. Okay. On pragmatics, sell on logic. So where does our message have to meet the market? At the safety level. That's where they are. Hang on to my cash flow. I got to hang on to my employees. This is big. This is so big. Okay. If you point at this at this level, you'll land a lot more clients because you are meeting the market where they are. Safe, pragmatic decisions is what the market wants right now. And honestly, just take a second. Like I know I'm going quick here, but take a second. What is more pragmatic? What is a more pragmatic decision than upgrading how their finances are handled by a proactive accountant? Like just like I like to just strip it all down. Pragmatic decisions is what the market wants right now. They're struggling with finances. You are a solution to helping them with their finances. What could be a more pragmatic decision than upgrading how their finances are handled? There is no other. That's the most pragmatic decision. Any business owner will look at that and go, I need to do that, right? yes, like I need to do that because I need safety right now on my finances. I need that. Meet the market where it is. That's where it is right now. Okay. People want to feel safe. You can help them feel that way. Give them that pragmatic decision. Okay. Okay. Calm, clarity, assurance, management of finances. Okay. Is what everyone needs right now, not later. Now, today, okay? So fear, I like this, okay? Fear lives in stagnant water. If you just stay doing exactly what you're doing, you're going to stay afraid. People will be afraid. You're going to focus on all the negativity that's swirling around right now. Innovation happens through creativity, okay? And you got to just break out of that fear stagnant water and start moving around, start communicating. Literally just pick up the damn phone, call your clients, call the people who didn't buy. How are you? Do you need help securing your cash flow for the next 90 days? Let me help you. Call them, pick up the damn thing. You have their number, just pick them up. Hey, I know. I need you to help. Listen, I understand things are chaotic. We need to make pragmatic decisions that are logical. How's your cash flow for the next 90 days? Do you know? Okay, let me help you. And then get right into it, right? Okay. All right. So I want to switch gears here for a second here. The question that I want to go is, okay, so now what business are we in? Now that might sound a little strange, but here's the deal this is what I want you to be talking about to the market now, right? Profit system optimization. This is the idea that you can be making more profit if your system is properly optimized to be able to do that. Now that might sound like a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, but if you're getting into, well, my cash flow for the next 90 days, and you say, listen, what's your system for being able to optimize your profit right now? That's a great question, right? It's like, I don't know, right? What do you mean system to optimize? Okay, so it's safe to say that we either need to install the system or we need to optimize what's currently operational because you're making some form of profit. So we want to make sure that we get more of that. That's a pragmatic decision. That's something the market goes, I need that, right? I need that safety that I am getting every penny's worth of profit because I'm going to need it for the next 12 to 18 next 18 to 36 months as we ride through this recession so I can reinvest it back into growth and continue. Oh, that profit process automation. Now, this is interesting because processes are a part of a system, right? But when you say system optimization, there are many things that go into a system, but the way a process is done, we want that to be as automated as possible. That's essentially saying we're going to cut costs out of how you're currently accumulating your profit, right? Like there's a difference between these two things and they speak to a different type of market. Okay. So just be advised that like process and system, a lot of people get them confused. They say they're the same thing. System is a people, process, and tools. Those are three things working together. Process is one part of that. And the more you can automate your process or the more well documented it can be, guess what happens? Your system gets more optimized as a direct result. So that's almost like a branch of the same one. But again, this is something that you could say to someone and say, okay, well, listen, you have a profit system in place. What about the process and getting it more automated so there's less cost involved in the long term? Say that again, right? I'm interested. That's a pragmatic decision. Wealth conservation optimization. I have a client, I love him, financial planner. His name's Tim McNeely. He's a great dude. Anyone talk to Tim if you want to talk financial planning. He's great guy. So point is, Tim has this strategy that he uses, which is known as essentially getting a second opinion, which is what really high-level wealth individuals do. They bring in a team of financial professionals and they say, basically audit what's going on in my current investment, wealth conservation, and growth, whatever, right? Whatever those terms are. And so what this is saying like, hey, listen, we want to conserve your wealth, but we also have to make sure that the way that it's currently being conserved is optimized. So whatever you're doing, I'd like to come in and provide a second opinion on it. And the number one thing that's going to eat away at your wealth, is your taxes. Oh. Well, so what tax savings? No tax saving strategies have been implemented. So safe to say we want to try and get those implemented as soon as possible to optimize your wealth conservation, correct? You know what? That actually makes perfect sense. Roll into how you are helping them to make pragmatic decisions, okay? All right, so what's next? What's next? The more offers you put into the market, okay? Ignore the quick tip on the right. I forgot to remove that from the slide. On the more offers you put into the market, simple offers, the more likely people are to say yes. Simple offers more frequently increases the frequency in which people raise their hand and get on the phone and give you an opportunity to sell something. Simple offers. So these could be email subject lines. These could be direct messages on social media. These could be calls you make to your prospect list. These could be cold emails, although I don't like that strategy. These could be any number of things. So hop on a call and let me show you how to decrease your taxes by 10% or more. Let me show you exactly how we create automated back offices. Here's a profit walkthrough guide for free, plus a coaching call. Those are all pretty easy things to say yes to. And I want people going like this more frequently, okay? That's always what it's about. It's like, are we agreeing with what the market wants? Yes. Okay. Can we make simple offers that resonate with how someone could make a pragmatic decision to say, yes, that I need more safety, I need more conservation right now? Yes. Those are 3 examples. So that's all I got for right now, guys. I want to make this presentation longer, but it's already been going on for about 25 minutes. Give me hashtag FTF if you enjoyed it. You can go to dreamfirms.com. I think we have it reloading to the Igniter Challenge page right now if you want to get started attracting and winning your business. If you haven't already had your 30-minute coaching call with me as a part of Igniter, I'd love to learn more about you one-on-one. Just got a fantastic review from Brandon and all about what our coaching's been able to do and some of our materials. So anyway, point is, we'd love to help you to continue to be able to ride this growth curve out. I know this probably isn't the greatest simple offer in the world, but hey, just feel free to reach out to me. If you feel like you're struggling with something, drop comments in the group, and I'll be more than happy to help you as best as I'm able to, because we all need a little extra safety, connectivity, and I want to be able to provide those things to you guys. So I want to thank each and every single one of you for attending today's hashtag FTF in the comments, Free Tool Friday. And remember, only you can make your dream firm a reality, but I'm here to help you every single step of the way. I'll see you all next week and enjoy your weekend. Don't work too hard.